Bueno, mi gente, para mucha gente de los que no me conocen, me llaman Rafito El Lyrikote, el del futuro. Yo soy aquí de Chelsea, Massachusetts, un barrio aquí chiquitito. Lo que yo estoy haciendo ahora es haciendo lo mío, mi movimiento, que es Lyrikote Record, tengo mi compañía. Yo estaba haciendo música desde los 11 años, te puedo decir, 12 años. Yo estaba beatbox, haciendo pistas con la boca en la escuela. Yo de vez en cuando I used to freestyle. Los panitas míos me decían, yo Rafi, tú le metes, and I was like, I try to take it serious. And como a la edad de 13 años, around 13 years old, I remember I linked up with some dude, he had a studio in the basement. And I started doing little demo tracks there, a couple little demo tracks, and I showed this one producer in the projects where I used to live at. And then he used to go to church, él iba para la iglesia. Y ahí fue que yo cogí el break por lo menos de hands-on producing. Yo empecé con el Triton, I had a 42 channel mixer, and shoutouts to Adrenaline, you know what I'm saying? Porque él fue el que me puso on my feet, to start making music really hands-on, producing and stuff like that. Well, at the age of 15, that's when I was really serious about it. That's when I had my chance. The first keyboard I messed with was a Triton. And that was the first time that I really had hands-on, producing and stuff, and I kind of liked it. And at the same time, when I started, I really couldn't find much people, to make beats for me because, they were a lot of money and, I didn't have money at the time. So at the moment when I was learning, I was like, you know what, maybe I can make my own beats. My man, he just showed me how to record it and stuff like that. And I learned little by little like that, started recording with that. And then since since I was already getting into making my own beats, I just stood making my own beats, because, I like my style. I was like, I don't like the way he makes a beat or whatever. I want to make a beat my style, the way I like it. That's how I started, getting into it. And then, I started rapping, singing. I got into both things at once. It was a passion. I didn't really care for it at first, and then once I started going more and more, then making my own beats, as I started getting better, I was like, whoa, I'm getting somewhere with the beats. I'm getting somewhere lyrically, singing. I just throughout all those years as I was, learning, I was getting creative with my, with my singing, getting creative with my rap, my lyrics, and making beats. So I was just doing it all by myself. I really didn't have much help. Not a lot of people helped me out. I was in church at the time. I was 15 years old and I was doing Christian reggaeton. And I remember that there was this crew called Waste Management, right? They do reggaeton and stuff like the gospel reggaeton. They were like, yo, there's this dude named Guillo, man. He does music, and I'm gonna show him some of your stuff. So they showed him some of my stuff, and the dude, we spoke, and he said, I would like for you to come down to Connecticut. I went down to Connecticut. I met the guy for the first time. We spoke. I showed him, my work, and he liked it. And we actually had an opportunity to come out in Funky's album. This guy, Funky, he actually worked with Migo C back in the day. If you guys look him up, he got this Funky Town music and stuff like that. So we had the opportunity to make a track, and Mítico, actually the ones that are working with Rakim and Why now, Mítico, el de la Melodía Loca, he actually produced the beat. I made the base, I made the basic beat, and then Mítico made the rest. And we made that song called Dale Castigo, and we sent it to Funky, and Funky liked it, and he put it on his album, which came out international in all Christian bookstores and stuff like that. So that was my first break. And then from there, we were able to come out in Manny Monte's album as a duo. People already seen us as a duo. They already liked our work. That we just from Rafito and Guillo, man, it became Rafito and Guillo, man. I wasn't even doing my solo or him. We just clicked like that, and we got our break. We just started doing it through Christian music, ministering to the youth and stuff like that. It's crazy. It really is, because in this game, you lose a lot of sleep. To be honest, like you're always in the studio. Day in, day out, it's like you're attached to it, you know what I'm saying? The fact that I take it so serious is because I don't see this as just a hobby for me. I know a lot of people maybe see it as a hobby, they have their job on the side, but I'm gonna be real. The way the economy is nowadays, the way things is, the recession, it's hard to find a job, So I'm not gonna say I'm gonna rely all of it on music, but I know I got the talent to make it, to rely on the music. So I don't just see this as a hobby for me. Now I see this as a career. So I put my 110% when I'm behind this keyboard. Every time I make a song, I want to make sure that it's a hit. I remember one of my friends told me, he was like, he spoke to this big producer in the industry, and he was like, yo, how do you do your thing? He was like, yo, every time I sit behind the keyboard, my mentality is on making a hit record, not no underground track. So that inspired me. I was like, whoa, so no wonder this dude be out there like that. You know, he's sick with it. He's a no producer, you feel me? So I was like, you know, I took that into consideration. So every time I get behind this keyboard, I don't just see it to make another little beat, you know, no. I make it to go hard, you know. If I make a melody I might not like, I'll leave it to the side and I'll start something new. And I'll keep going, you know what I mean? But I strive to come up with something hot because it's like, you know what I mean? Your goal is to be one of the best, you know, so you gotta hear what's out there and you gotta try to sound better than that. You gotta be ahead of the game. So in order to do that, you gotta be creative all day. You gotta be in the studio. It's a lot of pressure, but you know, it comes about, you know what I mean? And if you have a dream, don't you ever doubt that you're not gonna make it. You're gonna make it. You just gotta work hard for it, because this, trust me, you lose a lot of sleep. It's rough, you know what I mean? They know what I'm talking about. The grind of the music, they know what I'm talking about. It's just a blessing, I'm gonna be real. It's a blessing from God. I'm not gonna deny it, because I get behind this keyboard and I don't know how to read music, alright, ladies and gentlemen? I don't know how to read music. I never went to school for this. This is just something that I learned, you know, in the street. That, you know, I started off, like I said, 11, 12 years old in the school, beatboxing, and then improvising, freestyling. And it's funny, I started beatboxing, freestyling. I started being, I became a beat maker and an artist. So it's you know, it's rough, man. A lot of people do it, and it doesn't separate me from them. I just think it's just a blessing from God. He gave me something that I can't even explain, because when I get behind this stuff, sometimes I be like, wow, I can't believe I made that, you know, so many years in practice, and I can't believe I did this. I have no diploma for it or nothing. So I truly believe it's just a blessing. Some people have the gift of music and some people don't. Maybe some people that do music maybe aren't that good at music, and they're good at maybe, you know, editing or Photoshop or video, you know what I'm saying? It's just so many, it's just you gotta find that talent. I tried so many things, and I believe that just music was the one. I played every sport possible, I tried everything, and music was just the one. That was just the one for me. Ella le fascina como
clarito tu perrea y en mi cama bellaquea, te convierte en una loba loca. Suave mamita, que esta noche es tuya, solo tuya, y tú eres mía, solo mía, tú no lo sabías. Sal pa' fuera y brinca.
Check that out, mi gente. I just want y'all to get a close peek for this right here. Here's my man's right here. Este es como mi hermano. Este es como mi hermano que falleció. Le metieron como 4 o 5 balazos aquí en el barrio, los caseríos de Chelsea. Descansa en pan, ¿verdad? He will be missed. Luis Rodríguez. Ahora sí que yo voy a poner mi energía en la música y se la voy a dedicar a este hombre, porque este hombre siempre me veía en la avenida diciendo, Rafito, ¿cuándo tú me vas a dar un CD? Rafito, ¿cuándo tú me vas a hacer esto? Dame más música, que quiero escucharte, que quiero promocionarte. Este hombre aquí, y se fue sin poder, sin oír lo nuevo, Ahora lo nuevo, que cada cosa que yo vaya a voy a pensar en este hombre aquí. Este va a ser mi motivación para seguir dando palos. Ustedes saben, rest in peace.